This video is going to be a sloppy one. I'm sorry, guys. It's very, very, very late in New Brunswick right now. I just got my daughter to bed. I think she's getting a tooth. And she woke up crying. She wouldn't go back to bed, but I just got her to bed. So let's do this really quick. Let's talk about it.
I know her. I don't know Pink Pony, but I know her. We've been through.
I said it, but am I still confident about it? Whoever won Game 4 would win the series. And this one, you know, I was confident for the Oilers. Never a doubt in my mind.
There's no doubt. No doubt in my mind.
But this was a good game. We're back on to the good games. Well, I mean, it was a good game in terms of it being competitive. Florida fans bounced all over me for saying that the last game, both teams played poorly. Come on, guys. You think the Florida Panthers likes to play a loose game like that? How many penalties were called? That's not their game. Maurice likes to play straight hockey, right? Forecheck hard, punish, mistakes, play a disciplined game. But then you got some knuckleheads wrapped up in it, like Bennett, Tkachuk, doing some stupid stuff and getting away with it. That's why, you know, you're typically looked at as the villain of the league. But no question, you know, Florida has great players, respectable players. I mean, Barkov, come on. So let's recap this game. First of all, can I ask you to subscribe if you're not already subscribed? We're really making a push to 15,000 subscribers. Can you help me get there? If you're already subscribed, don't worry about it. Hit the like button. Helps me out with search stuff, findability. And comment below. Tell me which of the Tkachuk brothers do you dislike the least? So this thing gets underway. They drop the puck. McDavid tries to set the pace right off the bat. That momentum doesn't necessarily stick, even in the first period, but it seemed like the Oilers were trying to make a statement initially, like very initially. Another thing about this video, in the previous 3 games, I really like to highlight all the weird calls or the non-calls. Definitely not doing it this video. There is so many missed calls for Florida and for the Oilers that it's just not worth it. And I still gotta say, sorry, Florida fans, but you guys got some favorable power plays. So the tone, the momentum, it didn't take long to kind of crumble for the Oilers. Their defense is looking really shoddy again. Huge news, stop the presses. Trevor Chelsea and Taylor Swifty is in the audience tonight. Say what you will about his music, but they're definitely bringing younger audiences to the game. So I love to see this. It begins. Evander Kane takes a high sticking penalty. Panthers go on the power play, and it has been successful lately. And before Edmonton can even sneeze, Darnell Nurse now draws a tripping penalty. Initially, I thought this was with his stick, and it looked really weak, but he gets his toe on, who is it? Barkov's skate, I think. It looks like an intentional tripping here, so that's no good. Florida is now on a 5-on-3. It's hard to imagine a world where they don't score like at least once. And they do just that. Power play goal. Tkachuk makes it 1-0. Really nice shot by Tkachuk here over the pad. And he had time. He had room. He put it where he wanted to, right? Florida still has a lot on that second penalty, but Edmonton manages to kill it off. I felt the referees were conservative with their whistles. Wallman is trying to draw a high sticking here. The refs aren't biting. What do you all think about this one? Personally, I don't love this. It looks like Wallman really intentionally tries to get that stick up into his own face. But I've seen worse this series, and I've seen worse called this series. Just some really hypocritical calls and no calls this entire series, but this game as well. And we see McDavid putting it in front, hoping to bang it in, but nothing doing. Now Florida's going to strike again. It's Tkachuk. It was so nice the first time. He did it twice. Edmonton, again, just sloppy defense. You look like you're scrambling. You need to pull it together, but it also would have helped if Skinner stayed on his feet here. Nearing the end of the first period, but Florida's not done yet.
Final minute, opening period, scores!
Lundell gonna make it 3-0. Stetcher gets smacked in the face here. Gets taken out of the play with a high stick, like a legit high stick. So Florida, they get a gift. Edmonton fans, probably not too happy about this one. We're going to the second period. We pick things back up. Skinner is taken out of net. I didn't mind this. It was a little bit weird. I think it was a little bit of a courtesy pull. I wouldn't necessarily blame those goals on Skinner, but he was getting pummeled. And if I'm being honest, I think Pickard deserves a nod. They just need to get something going this game because this is looking like a repeat of game 1. 4 penalties called in the first period, and they got punished by it. So if they could just find a little bit of momentum, stop the bleeding, and start a snowball.
Draisaitl looks across, Nugent Hopkins, and is it in? Yes, and the Oilers.
Precisely what Ryan Nugent-Hopkins wants to do. Power play goal here. It is now 3-1. Great job by the Oilers opening up all their lanes on this play. A lot of movement. Perfect shot by Hopkins. Then we see Walman get away with the high stick. An eye for an eye, or at least you hope that nobody loses an eye. Great reverse hit. You just got to watch your stick, bud. Edmonton is pouring it on. They have all the momentum at this point. They're kind of like in a flow state. Darnell Nurse is pitching in. He's taking it hard off the boards. Something that you like to see from Nurse. And then later, he gets rewarded.
Frederick up with the puck is Edmonton. At home, Nurse shooting, score!
It is now 3-2. The work here by the Oilers, it's looking great. They're trying. I don't know what kind of cockroaches they had to shake out of their head, but they look good now. And they're rolling. They have the momentum, and they're going to tie it up.
Down. Nurse trying to center it in front of back. Scores! The game is tied.
Pod Colson, moments later, makes this 3-3. Good hard play, forcing the puck forward, putting it in front of the net, and then putting it on the net. You're going to get rewarded. Put those pucks on the net. Something a little bit scary here. Verhaeghe jumps up, gets Bouchard right in the numbers, smacks his head against the board. This is a penalty all day, every day. But the refs decide not to call a penalty on Verhaeghe. Bouchard heads to the locker room. Yeah, this was a screw up. Draisaitl says they must be putting away their whistles, so let's see what I can get away with. That was a pretty blatant elbow, though. I don't think that's going to work. They're now trying to kill a penalty, but they make it to the third period, tied at 3. They'll resume the third on the PK, and let's go into the third period. They managed to kill off that penalty. Both teams are getting opportunities here. Bobrovsky and Pickard are looking great. Lots of shots on goal this game. What did it end with? Boy, nearly 80 shots on goal. 75 shots on goal tonight between the two teams. 35 for the Oilers and 40 for the Panthers. Time is starting to wind down. You're wondering who's going to be the hero this game.
Turned over. Here's a chance. Scores! Jake Walman!
Jake Walman makes it 4-3. It looks like he's going to be the hero. Bad turnover here by the Panthers. Walman says, "Feed me," and he just hammers it home. Time is winding down. They pull Bob. It's not happening for the Panthers. The fans are quiet. Oilers are fighting hard to keep it out of their zone. We're down to 30 seconds. It looks like this is going to be a 2-2 series.
Verhaeghe, here's a chance. Bennett in front. Kachuk, and Reinhart scores!
Sam Reinhart makes it 4-4, ties it up with 19 seconds left. Edmonton got 2 out of formation here. They scrambled too much, and Reinhart gets a couple of opportunities. His second attempt, that's going in. So that's it for the third period. For the third time in a row, for the third time this series, we need more time than the 60. We're going into overtime. And this was a tense overtime. There was lots of little opportunities here and there. Florida looked like they were going to maybe win it a couple times. And then a scramble in front of Bobrovsky. The puck trickled right behind him. It looked like the Oilers were going to win. But just as things were settling down, this happens.
Pass across. Here's Johnson. Scores! Leon!
Oilers take it. 2-2 series. Draisaitl, the hero of the game again. 5-4. Wow, what a weird goal. It was deflected in front. Bob properly predicted that Draisaitl was going to try to get this to Perry, but he gets betrayed by the deflection.
Edmonton won! 10 points, 9 7 blocks. You scored in overtime.
Tough loss for Florida. What I think is a make it or break it win for the Oilers. And more so, I think now that the Oilers are heading back to Edmonton after this win, expect another win at home. Hate to say it, but it's probably going to be a win for Florida at home. And we're going to be going to Game 7, baby. I'm telling you. That's going to do it for me, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. I don't even know when I'm going to get this uploaded. Maybe I'll only edit it tomorrow and go to bed for tonight. It just stinks because how the algorithm works is it pushes it out to people during the night. I then get like a good click-through rate. So the algorithm pushes it out to way more people. And that's when I get the, 20,000 view videos and so on. So we'll see how I get this done. Thanks for watching. Like the video. It helps me out with search results or something or other. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I would love to have you. And as always, I will see you down in the comments.